margin for error. That means I had time to correct my mistakes. But what's going on in the street these days, you don't have no time. 16, 17 years old, you commit a crime, you go to jail. And Angola is not a free place. It changes you forever. I have some of my so-called brothers have been there, and you basically got to put yourself in a different mindset to sit in a cell or have somebody direct all your actions. You lose all your freedom, and you're exposed to all different kinds of people. You think you're hard, jail will change you. What kind of things have gone on in your life. I'm not going to presume anything, but I'm here to tell you that's not the end of the world. One of the reasons what led me to being involved in gang activity was a lack of love in the home. And I really thought I was going to find it with my brothers and my sisters. But one thing, I'm going to tell you something. And I know it's hard to believe. I know you go by that term, ride or die. But I'm here to tell you, that's not the case. I've seen so many brothers go to jail and sisters go to jail or get involved in stuff, and their ride or die friend, their gang member, organization, whatever word you use, weren't there. When it came time to put money on their book when they went to jail, most of them were smoking so much weed, they couldn't even think straight. Oh man, they wore the little Free My Son shirt, and they all on Facebook, free my son, free this, free that. But when it came time to really be there for them, they ain't do it. So don't get caught up in all that crap. You know what I'm saying? You have an opportunity to change. Ms. Gomez really, really loves everybody in this room. And she asked me to come here to help do some intervention. Don't go down the road with some of the people that I've dealt with. Because you don't want to be sitting at IHOP not being able to have your back to the door because you don't know who's coming in and what they're going to do to you. Or you got to put your family members who didn't get involved in the game, your little sibling. Is there anybody that's an only child in here? So all y'all got brothers and sisters. When you make mistakes in the street, nowadays, man, they're not coming after you. They're coming after your people. You're going to sit there and watch your people suffer. Your little sister or your little brother get abused, get jumped, or even worse, leave this earth a little too early. All because of a choice you made. Life is filled with choices, and you got to make the right ones. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm not asking you to make this total transformation today. I'm not asking you to join church. I'm not asking you to do any of those things. I'm just asking you to make safe and smart choices. At this, I don't know what happens at home. A lot of times, you have a drugged out mama, a drugged out daddy, or both, or daddy's in jail, or grandma's on crack. Whatever the case may be. When you come to school, you don't have that problem. You have Mr. Galloway, you have Ms. Gomez, and I know there's a couple of teachers in here who do care about you. So there's no reason to turn to the street. Like I said earlier, the streets does not care. They're going to use you. But it's even bigger than that, people. And I'm going to leave in about 5 minutes. A lot of times, you listen to this music and you see these guys and they wear their clothes all loose and sagging, thugged out, all tatted up. But the people who control them, shirts are tucked in, nice dress shoes, live in nice big fancy houses. and they watching all of you make fools of themselves. Why they get rich off. I had a friend of mine who was on the task force in New Orleans Police Department. And they did surveillance. They had to work on a whole nationwide task force to end gang violence. And one of the reasons why it's so hard is because a lot of your gang elders, I don't know if whatever you call them, you're higher up, whose account you're under, don't live in the hood. They live in places like River Forest, Belterre, $500,000 to $1 million homes. You got friends in Congress, you know, bringing that stuff in here, and then they bring it in the street and got you believing you a thug. But all you are is a puppet. Stop being somebody's puppet. And if you don't believe me, you can do the research on the internet. But there's one movie I want y'all to really, really pay attention to. And I asked Miss, I don't know who that teacher was that day, I was in the notes. You know, because there are some things in here that's going to, you could be using it for the rest of your life. You know, I don't teach lessons just for the school. I teach lessons for you to be a productive member of society. You know, somebody wasn't always there for me, so I had to do it the hard way. Don't follow the footsteps of the people that I hung with. You know, don't be in a situation where, like I said, you got to be an eye on your back. This movie called Made in America, Crips and Bloods. Very, very interesting movie. I think Baron Davis, he used to play for the Hornets, is the producer of the movie. And I think Forrest Whitaker is the it's on YouTube. It's like 10, 13 parts to it. Really, really, really watch that movie. And I suggest you watch it more than once. Because there are some statistics in there that are mind-boggling. Like I said, you know, these people are running the show. They're not living in the hood. There's one statistic that pops out of my mind more than anything. You know, in order to control people, there are two things you do. You don't educate them properly, or you don't give them the belief they can be educated, and you drug them to death. You know, by putting the liquor store in their neighborhood or within 5 or 6 blocks. You know, when I was a kid, you wanted something to drink. It took you at least 20, you know, you had to go to the grocery store, you know, and it wasn't in your neighborhood. So if you didn't have a car, you had to walk 30 minutes. Now you can go just about anywhere and find liquor. And then they'll sell you the guard at 14 years old knowing what you're going to do with it. You think that's an accident? Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he was governor of California, signed a bill for $7.6 billion to build 43,000 prison beds. At the same time, wasn't providing the proper education for the young people. So what does that tell you? Anybody want to answer that question? Yeah.
Did they be like to stay in school?
Okay, well, it's something deeper.
That he's saying basically they're not going to be students, all the black kids are going to end up being in New York.
Not just black kids.
Oh, all the kids.
Remember what I said? The best way to control it?
Excuse the interruption. Bus 83 was late, so please allow those children in class and the ones that are coming to your class that says Miss Donna told them to go to class. We had a very big number of tardies, so I just had to write them down. We will get a late slip to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Basically, I think instead of spending it on our education, they think we just gonna get straight out of school and mess up and end up going to jail.
Okay, that's a large part of it. There's another piece to it. Anybody want to go to jail? They want you to go to jail. I don't know well, they don't set you up to believe in yourself. They put that stuff in the neighborhood to get your mind off what you're supposed to be doing. And they know what's going to happen. Half the time, they know you're going to go to jail. But then if if you don't have that criminal mentality.